So I sat down. D's just looking at me. He was like, "Ain't you sick?" I was like, "Look, we need to have a talk. Like, we need to have a talk." I'm like, "What's going on with Leah? Like, has she messaged you back? Has she got back to you in any way?" He was just like, no, she haven't. I'm like, so what we're gonna do with King? Like, you don't want to get him legitimized anymore. We don't have any rights to him. Like what's going on? And he was just like, King doesn't even know her. I was like, okay, but in the same token, we don't have rights to him. Like, we don't have rights to him. So, like, what are we gonna do? And that's what he logged into the fake Facebook that we had made a little while back when all of this first started. And he went to her profile. We saw that she was pregnant and she was about to have another baby based off of her Facebook. And I was just like, that's why she's not answering. He's like, is the bitch pregnant? I was like, that what it looked like. And I was just like, oh, and she ain't messaged you back, ain't said nothing back, nothing. And he was just like, nah. I'm like, nah. I'm like, when does it say, like, when she do? Like, does she, like, put the due date or anything? And, like, we strolling through, come to find out she's having a little girl due in December. And I'm just like, we're now in November. So I was like, she's due next month. Like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll just wait and try to reach out to her, like, after that. Because, like, we need to do something. Because if we keep him any longer, we're going to have to enroll him in school. Because next year, he'll be starting kindergarten. Like, we got to do something. We can't just be having him. And I'm like, and he got to go to the doctor. Like, we got to get him some Medicaid or get him some insurance or something. I'm like, because we can't just keep paying out of pocket for these doctor visits. Because everything is starting to get expensive. And I'm just like, everything is starting to get expensive. And I'm doing everything on my own. Everything is starting to get expensive. I'm trying to, like, say this to drop hints to be like, look, you ain't sent me the money like you said that you was gonna send me the money, and I'm using all of my money, and I need your help because I'm like depleting my money, and I can't be depleting my money because I was still making payments on my lawyer because I still had $4,000 left to pay off for my lawyer. So I'm just like, look, I need help. Please help me. And he was just like, well, I'll start sending you some money. He's like, but I think I'm gonna open up another bank account. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you have the finances over the Navy Federal account, and this other account, I'm gonna handle that. So just a little money from my check, I'll put into that account so that can be my spending money, so that we could just, like, I can give you back control over the money. And I'm just like, all right, that's a step in the right direction. Okay, okay. It's like, so what we doing for Thanksgiving? I was just like, well, it's COVID. You know, I can't go back to my mom's house. Did you want to spend Thanksgiving with your dad? He was like, no, I ain't going over there because I know that bitch gonna be over there. He's like, let's do Thanksgiving here. And I was like, okay, I ain't never cooked Thanksgiving dinner before. He was like, well, we'll just invite my mom, my brothers, the nieces and nephews. Like, we'll invite them. I was like, okay, so are we gonna invite Pop over? He's like, I mean, we can invite him, but he probably ain't gonna come because that bitch can't come. I was just like, well, okay, I'll extend the invitation to Dad, and then we'll go from there. And he was just like, okay, and I let Mom them know that we're gonna be doing Thanksgiving here. I'm just like, okay. So I had to learn how to cook a Thanksgiving dinner for people that's not from the South, because they're all from up north, and I'm Southern, and my Southern ass had to cook dinner for them. I was just like, I don't know how these people eat. I just know how my grandma eat, and I know what she would have made, so I made Thanksgiving dinner. We extended the offer to Pop, but because it was COVID, he said he didn't feel comfortable with with being around everybody with no mask on. And we understood. And he knew that me and the kids had just got over COVID too. So he wanted to be cautious. So Pop did not come to Thanksgiving dinner. But Dee's mom was there. Both his brothers was there, and his brother's girlfriend, and his nieces and nephews. So we spent Thanksgiving with them at the house. And I always say, everything is fine. Everything it was cool. Me and Dee, we was having like our small little arguments here and there, about like the money, him unplugging the GPS tracker randomly during the day, and like just him having like starting to develop this attitude towards Jackson because he didn't like how Jackson was talking to King. And then I noticed that Jackson's behavior towards King started to change as well. Like Jackson was becoming, I wouldn't say mean, I wouldn't say stern. I would say stern. He was becoming very stern with King. And I was picking up on that. And I did not like that. Because I'm just like, you becoming stern to the point that it's like, you almost sound like D when it comes to King. And it didn't help that anytime that we were like having family time in the living room watching movies, D would always pick at King. Like he would either call him like stupid, slow, like it was always something negative towards King. As a joke, he said that he was joking, but you know, Jackson being the impressionable kid that he was just sitting there laughing like, yeah. So he started to say those words when he was being stern with King, calling him stupid and slow. And I'm just like, no, we don't use those words over here. Do not, because King is not stupid or slow. So I was getting on to Jackson about how he was doing things. And then I was telling D how I did not like how Jackson was talking to King. And D was like, well, he needs that. He's getting that from his big brother, so maybe he'll listen. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to teach him that his big brother needs to be mean to him for him to listen. Like, no, that's not what I want. But that's what D told Jackson to do. But as it started to progress, D did not like Jackson doing that because King started to listen to Jackson more than King was listening to D. He didn't like that. So D would tell King to do something and King would stand there looking confused because it's like it's coming from D. Jackson could tell King to do that same exact thing and King would go and do what Jackson says. D was just like, So anytime now that Jackson corrects King, D has an issue because now he does not want Jackson correcting King. Because King ain't listening to D, he listening to Jackson, he listening to Big Bro. Because like D said, like, yo, he gonna listen better from Big Bro. And like, he proved these points. He listening better from Big Bro. But nope, in my household, according to Darian, in his household, everybody in that household needs to listen to him because he is head honcho, head of the household. So our arguments about Jackson's tone with King started to pick up. So around, December time frame, we go to Leah's Facebook, find out she had her baby. Yes, we were stalking her Facebook. We were stalking her Facebook. Found out she had her baby. I'm like, yes, she done had her baby. Now we're going to reach out to her because we're going to be like, look, you done had another baby. Just go ahead and like give us everything we need for King. Come on, do that. You're going to be busy. You're going to be a busy mom. Give us everything we need for